167 of the Rusty Quill Gaming Podcast. I'm your host and GM, Alex Newall, and with me today I have...
James Ross.
Bryn, Monroe.
Lydia Nicholas.
Ben Meredith.
And who are you playing?
Sir Bertrand MacGuffingham.
Hamid, Saleh, Haroun, al-Tahan.
Sasha, Racket.
Grizzop, Drik, Acht, Amsterdam.
Yeah!
And it's almost as long as yours, bro.
Now we get to have a competition if you can forget their name first.
No, I think yours is still...
Yeah, it's pretty long, but it doesn't have an Acht.
No.
It just has an Acht. So yes,
Act.
People may have kind of twigged that might be a thing that's going to happen.
Well, I'm not just going to start voicing incidental NPCs, am I?
Speaking of which, could you now voice the following incidental NPCs?
Yeah, everyone needs a hobby. Just want to feel useful.
Wait, I'll do a greatest hits. Quiche. Doom! There we go. Oh, no.
There you go. Well, that's... Look. So, picking up more or less where we left off, as a quick recap, you all made it to Prague. Creative differences. Zolf leaves. Admin. To be in a bit more detail, Sasha consulted a healer, managed to encounter a goblin who seemed to be with the Artemis lot on the way, and generally just got told to walk it off repeatedly. Meanwhile, we had Hamid, whose sister's doing an opera.
Yeah,
That's
she's in town.
She's doing well. She's in town. And then Bertie totally fleeced that guy.
I know, right?
Totally rinsed him.
Got great prices, great magical items, great stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's got a brilliant returns policy and warranties, just in case there's any problems.
Why I buy all of my magical items from John Lewis. Quibble free. He's a very nice man. Very cooperative.
Hey! UK-specific humour for all those international listeners. So, the last thing that happened was you all managed to all come together and get sent into a teleportation circle, and then leave just when things are presumably going well, because someone was screaming, and I'm sure it was absolutely fine. Are we all okay to pick up where we left off?
Yes.
Yeah.
At which point then, there is a moment of flux, we shall say. Up is down, left is right, inside is out, and you're all holding hands. At which point, you are now in a very similar stone basin to what you just left. However, you are immediately at the entranceway to, looking ahead, a very, very large, it seems larger up close by a weird degree, university. It is everything that the city is not. It is completely illogical. There seems to be walkways that are having no purpose whatsoever. The buildings are gently floating around, maybe bumping into one another a little bit and then reshifting, and the stairways occasionally just are reshifting themselves and reforming to accommodate
Hogwarts.
it. Yes, except Hogwarts you can't also fall to your death if you so much as miss a step.
Sure,
on
not
every staircase.
Not in a sanitised children book version.
Dark stuff went on there, man.
You read it in the original German.
So it's very impractical. It becomes very clear that if you do not already know your way round, you're going to have a hard time finding your way. And it doesn't help that you'll see people having a conversation and then one of them will just disappear spontaneously. One of them will just fly off to another place. This is clearly not a place that has been built with pedestrians in mind, or barely even humans. It's quite a sight and very disorientating at a first glance. So, you appear to be in the company of another equally bored mage who goes round and just gets you all to separate hands, reveal that you haven't lost your fingers, that kind of thing.
Scream
Bertie's
already
drawn his sword and readied his shield because he heard the scream.
Hey, can we get back down?
Well, yeah, but you can join the queue over there. You look to your left and there is another basin which has a queue of about 50 people because you're drawing near to the end of the sort of academic working hours.
No, but there was a scream.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset by the teleportation process. I really
No, but not like...
Outside?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're a wizard. Do something about it.
I just did. You're
Teleport
here.
us back down. You got magic. Do them out more magic.
Yeah, sure. Go join that queue.
How tall is the wizard?
He is 5 foot nothing.
Okay, Bertie stands right next to him, like 2 inches away, stares right down and talks into the top of his head in a very loud, booming voice, and this is going to be a pomp and pageantry to intimidate check.
Give it a try. Pomp and pageantry. That was a mistake letting you have that.
It's the most useful trait.
That was the most useful trait by such a large margin.
Okay. That is total of 16.
Total of 16. Ooh, how exciting. So, you proceed to give it a try.
Right, you tiny eggshell-headed little man.
There's a complaints procedure just up the street. We deal with a lot of people. Please don't make me have to do something magical to you.
That would be quite the nuisance for you, wouldn't it? Getting off your wand.
Am I going to have to call someone here to help? I can do that.
No, I don't think that will be necessary. I just think if you could just... I know there's a queue, and I hate to break procedure. I really do hate to break it, but there was someone in trouble back down there, and I think they probably need our help. And I just think, for once, if we could just, bend the rules very slightly.
Look, if you want to go help, you can go join the queue, or you can try and get to the front of that queue, ask people nicely, but it's not our business. They sort themselves out, we sort ourselves out. Everyone's happy with that. If you want to go help, it's fine.
Hang on a minute. Look, just look at me. Right, do you think you're like a good person? Right? You think you're a decent person? You look.
Yeah, all right.
Someone down there could be dying, right?
Right.
So if you don't do anything about it, you're indirectly being responsible for possibly somebody's death. Now I know wizards.
What
right?
are you?
I'm a goblin.
All right, sorry.
Anyway,
Rude.
thank you. Yes. Right. So, yeah. So you might be responsible for somebody's death. Okay. So look,
That's a bit-
you're a wizard,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a paladin.
Right.
I know how easy it is to actually do your magical stuff. It's not that much effort for you, is it? Really? This is just you wanting to stick with procedure. I understand it's been a very late shift for you, right? It's probably been very hard. You've got a lot of annoying people, but is it really worth somebody's death?
And I want to make diplomacy.
Yeah, obviously. Give me the roll.
Should have done that.
Yeah, you had a flow going.
That's all right. 20.
Well, it helps when you roll really well.
Yeah.
So is that a total 20?
Yes.
Opposed, because this person does not like extra work. They failed. I've gone sing-song, don't know why. Really? Yeah.
That was a pretty bad scream.
Yeah,
I've heard some screams.
I'm almost certain he's right, and I just really think you should just help us, please, just please.
I gotta balance the books. Look, if you can pay to go back down, I'll use the exit. I'll use the entrance one to send you back down, but I'm not able to do it without balancing the budget.
Fine, okay, how much?
Call it 100. That would be close enough.
Fine, here's 100. Now let's just go.
Right, okay, quick. He sort of ushers you in. A couple of the people in the queue are wondering what's going on. It's just hold hands.
Nothing to see here, just a very important man and his friends.
3, 2, 1. And immediately pops you. You up is down, left is right, inside out, spinning, twirling.
Working.
Twerking towards freedom.
And
Freedom's
then
paid quite a lot
you
for this
appear
dance.
in the middle of the square, and it's chaos. You see the mage who just teleported you up literally hurls a fireball as you appear that rockets between the four of you by fluke and explodes at the other side of the square. There are a few people who are running from the far side of the square in random directions, and the mage is looking extremely panicked.
Told you.
as the not the same mage, different mage. There's one at the bottom, one at the top.
Oh, I still say it.
They're all the same to you.
Oh, I see.
Humans all look alike.
And there is no sign of guards or anything, but again, it's been all of 2.5 minutes or something. Everyone give me perception checks.
Oh. It's not a strong start. 9.
18.
23.
2 minus 1 is 1.
See, now there's
We're
another.
back in the game.
Now there's a fourth member again. The equilibrium is restored.
So, Bertie, you're fairly certain that that mage has gone berserk.
Oh no.
He's
the natural one.
No, I don't care. He's gone crazy. He's only gone blowing things up. No wonder people are screaming.
Have you gone mad, man?
Everyone else from the building opposite, which has just had an explosion as the fireball has gone off, you see multiple lumbering shapes, which to all the rest of you easily recognise as zombies. Multiple of them. In fact, quite a lot of zombies. They don't seem to be any elaborate ones. You remember Kew Gardens, for instance, those were quite weird looking. Here is your vanilla, run-of-the-mill zombie. They are coming over windows. They are walking out from upper floors, flopping down and then carrying to walk. The explosion
So
blew...
this is we know which kind of horde this is.
Yes. Told you it was zombies.
As a callback to last week.
Hope you were paying attention.
Call back to yet another thing where you jumped the gun! Right.
I'm sorry, I'm just too
quick.
brilliant.
You've got to be quicker.
So, yes, there are plenty of them. In fact, in all of the chaos, more than you can count. With that in mind, initiative!
14.
12.
I can't put Zolf. You're not Zolf anymore.
Grizzop.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Grizzop.
Of course,
As
it's
it
dumb just
sounds.
to say.
Grizz would be fine.
So-
My name is Grizzop.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
Ham.
If he wants to write ham on his initiative sheet, I'm fine with
No,
that.
I don't.
So, Grizzop,
I
Grizz
normally
means
just use
some-
an
Grizz means
initial.
something completely differently in
very
his
rude.
language. Like,
Grizzop.
you should...
what's your initiative?
14.
14. Sasha?
13.
Bertie?
12.
And Hamid.
8.
Hamid for 8. Okay, the horde of zombies, unsurprisingly, roll low on their initiative. Just to shake things up.
Times like this, I wish I'd taken Cleve.
Oh, this. Oh, tell you what, Cleve.
Yeah, would have been great in this
Oh
encounter.
well. It's alright, I've taken Dazzling Display, so I'm going to try and intimidate all the zombies.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
You've
We'll
got
make
a ring
them
of
do-
repel undead.
I know, right? It's totally going to work. It's going to be fine.
Can you all make them do some sort of choreographed dance number?
Yeah. Depends how much I intimidate them. But if my intimidation persona is director of music video, then maybe I can do that. Who knows?
Right, you lot!
Shape up, you're not even getting equity minimum, eh?
Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, everyone's giving me their initiatives. Grizzop.
My perception roll was the highest, so I'm going to take a free action to yell, Bertie, zombies! Because I can see he's facing the wrong way.
Staring dead-eye at a mage who's clearly panicking.
What?
Zombies over there!
Grizzop, you're
Bertie
up.
turns.
Right.
Ah!
So, yeah.
Bertie, you are flat-footed this round.
Okay.
I am going to rush forwards while knocking an arrow and move to... all of these guys in the back are zombies, right?
So to describe the layout, I should do, we have our square, which has 4 roads running into it, like a square. The mage had just launched an explosion fireball that had gone off in the corner of the square, and the zombies have come from the explosion. All the ones that are in the explosion are prone, or most of them, and then the 2 streets that are nearest to that are filled with, looks like 3 zombies each at this stage, and you are all stood in the middle of the basin, in the middle of the square, where you just teleported in. So you can charge straight towards them and notch an arrow.
Excellent. So knocking an arrow is a free action.
You can do it as...
No, but you can do it as part of the move. It's like
Yes.
drawing
Oh,
a
yeah,
weapon.
yeah. So, yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that. As a
But it matters more for you, because if you're standing still and you draw an arrow, you have used a move action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is very exciting for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could move.
Whoa!
5.
Four squares of movement!
I could go 5 and 6, but I don't think I need to.
Wow!
Oh my god.
It's an improvement on 2. Cool. And I will channel positive energy, which channels 2d6 positive energy.
Anyone need any healing? We're all in
Right,
range.
yeah, in a 30-foot radius. The save is 16,
16.
so that is actually relevant for now because I'm damaging people with it. So.
Because there's quite a lot of combatants on the board, and it really unbalances the game if I do one roll for all of them, but slows the game down a lot if I do one separate roll for, 20, 30 people, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split them into 3 groups and do one save per group.
Sounds sensible.
So, we
So
have...
the leftmost group,
And what was the save to beat?
16.
So, worth mentioning at this point that the save is
For half damage?
for
Yeah.
half damage against channel positive energy, and also zombies are a bit weird in that their fort and reflex saves are 0 and their will are 3. So this is the only save that they even really stand a chance against. One group of them fail. Another group of them,
The middle group.
16 was it?
Yep.
Fail.
And the right.
The last group succeed.
Right. So everyone in the left and middle group take 6 damage and one on the right take 3.
Okay, 1 second, please. Grizzop, describe channel positive energy.
Yeah, 'cause it's not wet now.
Yeah, it's not water-based.
Yes.
It's a whole new person.
Sure. I let out a yell and bash my buckler.
Give me a goblin yell, just one. Love it!
Yeah. So it's quite ferocious, quite feral, and he bangs the buckler with the symbol of Artemis against the breastplate with the symbol of Artemis. And a sort of great wave of healing energy, sort of accompanied by
Moonlight.
Yeah, sort of like
Dancing.
a silvery.
Love and romance overwhelms the zombies.
Yeah.
We'll face the zombies
Yeah.
The zombies pair up.
and dance.
Into waltz.
Oh, can we have the choreographed dance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now everyone.
Now.
It's going to be thrilling.
Yay!
So there's a wave of silvery light, and you sort of hear the rush of trees going past.
However, it's all lovely. For everyone in the realm of that, everyone in the sphere of that, it feels lovely. But you do watch the edge of it rush up against the zombies, and then it literally looks like it's burning them. There's no flames, but everything short of that, like, it's a manky skin peel away from it, and they recoil from it. It really messes up a lot of them very quickly. So, Sasha, you're up.
I step forward one pace and I throw a bomb at that zombie, which for the listeners is a zombie who is next to two other zombies that is in the right group that got a will save. So they're looking a bit less.
They're
manky,
less absolutely
and I'm
annihilated.
throwing it
yes.
at one zombie that is in a group of three.
Go for it.
And I got a 6 plus 7 is 13.
13. That is a hit. So, how much damage are you dealing, and what type?
4 of fire damage, plus 2 splash, which I assume is to the two people on either side.
So 4 fire, 2 splash. They are all still okay. They took damage, absolutely, but they look pretty dangerous still. Bertie, you're up.
Right, so Bertie is flat-footed. Please explain to me what that means.
So, I tell you what, I am going to look up the exact definition so that way I'm never caught out by it.
It means you don't get your dex bonus to armour. And if...
Oh no, what a nuisance for Bertie.
No, but I mean, now he's acting, he'll cease to be flat-footed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you want him to lose his action completely.
No, he's not going to lose his action. So for flat-footed, it basically means that you lose your dexterity to your defense if people attacked you before you'd acted. It's basically there to help
they get
rogues
sneak attack
get sneak
damage.
attack damage
Yeah.
against you, things like that.
Okay.
So if these were sneaky rogues and they had beat you in initiative, it would be really bad.
Yep.
But they're zombies.
Okay. And they're far away. at
They're
this point
far
as well.
away. And
Charge!
they move really slowly, and there's just lots of them. That's their thing.
Okay. Bertie has an exciting emerald ring of
Oh,
repel
no.
undead.
Yes, he does.
So
Which was a steal at 20 gold.
I know,
Oh, no,
I
he
know,
threw the
right?
emerald ring in for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gosh.
that's how you know it's good.
Yes.
Right.
So don't worry, everyone. Don't worry. Just yesterday, I received this emerald ring.
6 seconds.
Repel undead. He pops it on to his little finger on his left hand.
Uh-huh.
What happens?
What happens?
Wave it.
around.
Rah! Waves at the zombies. So what we
There
all
is a-
see is Bertie and just waving a royal wave.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's doing the hand
Sasha.
turn.
Give me a will save.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
So 6 plus 3, 9.
A wave of calm washes over you,
Oh, it's so nice being partly undead.
but then you kind of manage to shake it off. That was a bit weird. Every zombie in the square turns their head to look at Bertie. Every single one turns their head to look straight at Bertie.
You're right. I am fabulous.
There is a simultaneous from every single zombie.
Mechanically, is attracting undead such a problem for the tank? Surely that's what you actually want.
No, well, it depends what the undead is. If it's 5 vampires, you probably don't.
Well, I
Piece of
mean,
advice.
Although that is the exact kind of scenario where you can imagine a splash cup of Bertie.
Yes.
5 gentlemen in one and nothing else.
I like your big shirts.
I went exactly the way I wanted.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to describe this ring, and then you're going to mishear me, and it's going to be ring of attracting undead or attractive undead.
Okay.
Ring of bloody stunning undead.
All right.
Anyway, Bertie, that will have been your round because you talked too much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hamid, you're up. You have discerned that every single zombie went and looked at Bertie. Something's definitely up there.
That's weird. Hamid backs off, so he's standing next to the other wizard. Because, we're safer in flocks.
Is there any...
Is there any?
We school.
Is there any combat that hasn't started Hamid's turn with I back off?
Occasionally he vomits.
No, sometimes he has started off with his back against a wall.
That's true.
So
Then he has to find a corridor to back away down.
He's got to like stretch around and then.
And apparently, I cast Scorching Ray targeting the guy next to our new friend. Although since he's just insulted my battle tactics, perhaps I don't.
Ben did that. Grizzop doesn't.
Yeah.
Grizzop's lovely.
Yes, our new friend, who I like very much after his persuasive efforts upstairs, is standing next to a zombie, so I target that one with Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
That's definitely a hit. 22
Yes.
on a ranged touch attack
God,
against an undead. They've
Yes.
probably got a ranged touch AC of 5
Let's
or
put
6.
something in context that a bit metagaming is fine. Zombies are so rubbish that they can either move or hit you per turn.
Right.
You're fine. That hits.
I hope there's more.
Is that more damage than the zombie's able to
19 fire damage.
It explodes. It doesn't burst into flames. It just... and then bits of zombies start raining down.
1 0 0 0.
Does anybody here speak Dutch?
No.
Okay, so incomprehensible swear word appears.
At which point, it's the zombies' turn. Now, let's have a look at their move speed, shall we?
Is it slower than Zolf's?
Let's really see what their move speed is. We have a... They are way faster than I thought. It's just mainly that they can only do one thing or another. So, every single zombie can move 30 feet.
Damn, that's faster than me.
Uh-huh.
They just trundle along.
Gonna be backing off some more, guys.
This is good because they're just bunching up, and we're all using area of effect things.
A few of them get up from prone, and that's their full turn.
You don't have cleave, do you, John?
No.
So, every single zombie, all of them, starts moving towards Bertie. And by starts, I mean they move their 30-foot speed, they don't get to attack as well, and just swarm towards you. There are no tactics there, there's no kind of encircling. They just beeline straight towards Bertie. The ones that were prone after the fireball explosion all stand up, and 3 more appear from the 2 entrances either side of where the explosion happened.
Is that 2 on one side and 1 on the other?
Yes.
Or 3 from each? Okay.
2 on one side, 1 on the other. And on that, I will take a break and be back in a couple of minutes.
Hi everyone, Alex here with a quick message. We've been running ads during Rusty Quill Gaming for a while now. We always wanted this podcast to be free to listen to, so that means that we've needed to run adverts in order to provide the income we need to keep the lights on at Rusty Towers. Now, as part of this process, we need to provide some information about what kind of listeners we have so that we can get better adverts to pay us more money and allow us to make even more free content. Now that's where you come in. If you head on over to rustyquill.com or follow the direct link in the show notes, you'll find a short questionnaire to fill in. All information you provide is anonymous and you don't need to answer anything you don't want to. It's super easy and takes less than 5 minutes, but we would hugely appreciate it if you could take the time to fill it in. It's a great way to show us your support without spending any money, and it will genuinely help us to make more content available in the future. So thanks in advance from me and everyone else at Rusty Towers. And now, let's get back to the farce. Show.
And welcome back. So we've got zombies everywhere, Acht zombies. So, Grizzop, you are... oh no, I apologise. There is a wizard there. The wizard stands there and yells, "I'm out! Every single spell I prepared was teleport apart from that one which I always keep for self-defense." Grizzop, you're up.
Cool. So, I channel positive energy.
And just mess it up. All
yeah,
right.
I hit every single zombie because they're all really grateful.
Yep, I will do the save. 16, right?
Yeah.
Wow! Okay, so the 3 that are closest to Bertie are unaffected.
Well, they take half damage.
They take half the damage. Everything else within range failed.
So everything that failed takes 5, and the guys who passed take 2.
Okay. I think you may have taken most of them out already. So you took out a formidable...
Took out 6 of them.
6 zombies
I was-
simultaneously.
6-1-0.
I was about to point out that everyone except the guy who backed, they're not anymore.
So yeah, that's a formidable amount of zombie killing in
A for minimal?
A for...
I think you'll find it's for maximal.
Hey! Sasha, you're up.
Step forward 1 and throws a bomb at that dude who's
The
a zombie.
2 emerging that have only just arrived. Yep.
And, yep.
Give me the attack roll again.
So that is 16 plus 7. A bit better this time.
That's definitely a hit.
It's a hit.
Before, I think
It's a hard hit.
who even knows anymore? And that does 2 whole damage.
But with a splash of 2.
2 whole damage, but with a splash of 2. So the 2 for each. 2 for everyone. 2s all around. 2s.
Goodness me. Right, so those are now on 2.
So new person's turn up and just
They've
taken out.
both
a
taken
whole-
4 because they took 2 from Ben as well.
Yeah, as in like, yeah.
Like, someone's turned up and done some big showboating, and Sasha, I solved everything. Racket has come in and thrown a bomb and hit them right in the face each time. And
You definitely didn't build that one right.
done
must
very
have been off your
little-
game.
Very, very little damage there. Just the zombies kind of shake it off.
Inferior
Shake,
ingredients,
shake,
that's
shake.
what it is. You can only work with what you're given.
Yeah, it's totally. There's nothing that needs to be.
I mean, the fact you managed to get it to bang at all, most people are
Yeah, exactly. Really.
wet balloon
I
it.
mean, it's just I've been appraising the chemicals you.
While we carry this on,
really
Bertie,
good
you're
enough.
up.
Bertie's eyes narrow at the approaching zombies. Sorry, fans. No autographs.
How are you attracting undead and treating this as the best thing that ever happened to you?
They're queuing up, so we can
Bertie, I
kill
hate
him.
you!
Yeah. Bertie raises for the first time Sir Everard MacGuffingham's bastard sword and attacks the zombie closest to him.
Hello!
What?
What's the problem?
Zombies?
Zombies, eh? Let me tell you about a zombie.
I mean, in a minute?
Yeah, okay. That's the conversation.
Yeah.
Is the turnover?
12. So with attack bonus, that roll is 22.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. So I'm rolling 4 damage.
Yep.
D10 plus 7 is 12. So the damage there is D10 plus 7, which is 12.
That's a from full health to 0 health hit for that zombie. And whilst you're swinging it, the sword gives a certain "Hi-yo!" as you do so. Only you can hear it.
Do you mind? Bertie cries to the surprise of everybody else in the square as he swings the sword in and it neatly slices from the zombie's left ear to the right ear, sending the scalp skidding across like a grim frisbee to the far corner of the square, and the zombie just drops like a stone.
Hats off!
Rusty Quill.
This is going to be a thing. Strap in.
Bertie sheathes Sir Everard MacGuffingham's sword, gets out the other one. He doesn't care that there's another couple of zombies approaching him now. Shh. Takes the other one out of his pack. Doesn't matter if he loses an action round. Doesn't matter if he's flat-footed.
That's fine.
Just takes out the original.
I will allow that to happen.
Hush you!
Wait. Cut off the second that you let go of the sword for now. And Hamid, you're up. Bertie just yelled quiet you or whatever it was for no reason whatsoever.
I know the sword can
do you
talk.
mind, that was it?
I've held it.
Yes, you do.
I'm not confused.
Bamboozled.
You do not adopt the state.
This is bamboozled. I am gonna usher back the other wizard, just to safety.
He's happy to be ushered.
Yep. I also think that Scorching Ray seems like overkill against these guys.
Well, it's kind of lumping it all into one place.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm going to go back to an old favourite.
Yeah!
It's time for a magic missile.
Pew, pew, pew.
And these days, my cast level is high enough that when I cast it, I cast 2 missiles. Or
pew.
1 from each pew.
Pew, pew.
So there's still 2 zombies in front of Bertie. And it hits automatically. So to the first zombie, I do 2 damage. And to the second zombie, I do
Managed to cock a D4. How do you do that?
3 damage.
Okay.
And they'd both already taken like
A bunch.
5 from previous stuff.
Yep, that's fine. And with that in mind, the zombies' turn. A bunch more zombies appear. 3 more at the entrance to the left of the explosion. 4 more crawling out over the debris and detritus and fallen, I don't want to say comrades, mulch of the ones that were exploded coming out from the building, and another 2 coming out from the side. So there are now another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 zombies on the board.
Right.
That's a lot.
And the ones that are nearest to Bertie, 1 takes a formidable attack at Bertie. Are you ready for...
Oh yeah, we've all got DC AC in the 20s, don't we?
What was your AC?
Bertie's AC is 20.
I am assuming that short of you kneeling and offering yourself to them, they're probably not going to be able to hit you, but nonetheless, they miss. So, one of them, in fairness, it just scrabbles at your armor, tries to do a slam attack and just... Pong! It ricochets off your shield incredibly easy.
Are you still here?
Another one attacks. Ooh, a natural 20.
I was going to say that previous one was just a man slapping your armor.
Yeah.
Basically.
And confirmed with a natural 20.
Oh, we decided not to have cascading
We
confirmed?
do not have cascading, otherwise it would kill you guys one day.
Yeah,
Guaranteed. But it does confirm a critical, which is a formidable 2d6 plus 4. 13 damage from a single zombie.
It's actually...
So describe what happens.
So, the first one just sort of goes... You laugh it off, it's ridiculous. Pathetic.
What are you even for?
Whilst you're laughing, another one sort of slams for you and manages to get its hand lodged between your breastplate and your neck and proceeds to just scrape at your neck, and it's just digging,
Gouging.
grabbing and yanking chunks of skin. It was a fluke. It was an absolute fluke hit, but there is a lot of blood coming out from where you have been gouged because they managed to land a fluky, incredibly hard hit on you. Like 1 in a 400 chance hit.
It's all gone a bit Night of the Living Dead, isn't it?
Yeah, is it catching? Is this particular form of zombie-ishness in Pathfinder?
Catching zombies are a thing, we'll have to find out.
I don't want to deal with zombie Bertie!
Guys, it'd be fine. It'd be less offensive.
If he's just echoing what the sword says.
Oh no, it'd be worse. It'd be all like anti-living propaganda.
Oh yeah, you breathers.
So
It's been 5 minutes, he's already come up with an epithet.
So, after that attack, obviously everything else is already on the table. So, Grizzop, you're up. A
Right.
whole mess more zombies turned up.
Just shout out, calm down, you guys! And then channel positive energy again. Yeah, it's a save, so DC16.
I will do as before.
Would you like to save, or would
Split
you
to
like to
three.
be healed, Bertie?
Bertie's not gonna save.
Mr. Natural 20 over here just got another natural 20.
Is that like no damage?
So, the...
Ben, have you thought about playing a zombie? I'll
I'll adopt this one.
Yeah.
So, the ones coming out of the explosion and the ones coming from the left-hand side, again, take full damage. The ones from the right-hand side take half damage, and the one that was picking a fight with Bertie just shrugs it off, like a natural 20 again.
These two were there already. Did they advance?
Oh, good point.
I was going to say, otherwise that
There.
alleyway is like warded or something.
Yeah.
They'll advance there.
They've both taken 4 damage already.
Yeah, so let's see how this...
Let's get a nice high roll this time.
That's very good. So that's 9 to the ones that failed, and 4 to the ones that succeeded, and then 0 to Captain Savy.
Okay, so the...
You regain 9 hit points.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
So the
Bertie's now up to 40 hit points.
Alex, you took me away.
You all look the same to me.
How dare you? Yeah, you put the one with the spear back down.
No, he did. Right.
God.
The two that came in from the right, they were on borrowed time anyway. They're gone.
Because of all of that damage that my bombs did.
Yeah.
Genuinely, they did like 6
The
damage to
two
each
that
other.
were in the middle picking a fight with Bertie, just as one gives... I mean, zombies can't smile. They have no emotions. But just as one begins to grin at the fact that it's torn a chunk out of Bertie, explodes into bits and chunks of flesh, and just... They're both gone. And the remainder...
Wait, even through the critical.
I thought the guys
Oh,
got a 20.
But the 20 still only means that they take half damage.
Alright.
They were so close to it anyway.
okay.
They're both gone anyway. The remainder each took... What was the half damage?
4.
4 and 4. So, there you go. That was your channel positive energy. For another ridiculously successful one.
I'm out.
I'm spent.
Sasha, you're up.
Is that all the ones that you have?
Yeah, I get 3.
It's now 10-1-1-0.
Yeah.
Sasha, you're up.
Yeah, this is upsetting. Just gonna
Quick, stab him in the back!
step forward one and throw a bomb at This guy, the one who has a zombie on 3 sides.
The one who is just crawling through the detritus of the firewall.
Yeah, come on. We could do something. Could be useful. Oh gosh. And 9 plus 7, so 16.
It's a fine hit.
Okay.
Zombies, known for their numbers, not their dodging.
Right, and it's fine. This is totally going to do some damage.
You say that, very few of them pay tax.
Oh, yes, 6, 7, 8. 8.
8?
Ooh, nice, plus
So-
2 splash.
8 to that one, 2 to the other 3.
The one that took 8 is dead.
Ooh, exploding!
The remaining took an extra 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Bit like an arm is missing from one, a chunk of torso is missing from the other.
I'm totally softening them up for the rest of you.
Bertie, you are up. Your nemesis has been defeated for you. Bad form.
Dissolving on me, eh? The coward's way out. Bertie, he's now got his less chatty sword in hand.
Boo. Boo.
Is now going to charge at the lead zombie of the group that are coming
From the left.
I want you to know, if you'd have taken cleave and the quick ping sword,
Yeah.
oh, that would have been a fun day for me.
I know. But we need to have a character moment to establish this.
Of course.
It's not happening yet, and Bertie doesn't yet have cleave. It's more in line with Bertie's character for him to just go, no, shut up.
This is my time to
Yes.
shine wearing the Ring of Death.
And my time to shine is all time.
Yes. So we'll deal with that plot point
Give me
later.
the attack roll.
So the attack roll is 20. 20.
Yes.
Yep. 12 damage.
12 damage. Again, full health to no health. Go for it how you will.
Bertie again takes a swing, aims low this time. Slices through one leg diagonally, then through the other leg diagonally, and just one pops off to one side, one pops off to the other, and again just slaps down to the floor, face down. So even if the zombie is still alive in inverted commas, it's just chewing at the mud.
There is a deafening silence and an absence of comedic quip.
Bertie just touches the sheathed sword's pommel. It's like, yeah, I can do this without you. See that? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
I'm just saying I could give you a leg.
Oh, Bertie takes his fingers straight. Bertie
Even had a quip!
Bertie puts the finger back down. See what I can do? See what I did there? Do you see what I did there?
Oh, we're going down.
Takes it off her finger. Bertie
That's
puts
your
the finger-
6 seconds.
Dominance games with a sword.
That is your 6 seconds. Hamid, you're up.
Well, everyone seems to be doing fine. They probably don't need my help very much, but as Sasha was kind enough to point out, she has been softening some up.
Pew pew.
So, pew pew!
Pew pew.
2 more missiles
Yep.
at this one and this one. Who got injured by Sasha's bomb. 2 damage against one of them. 5 damage against the other.
The one that took 5 is dead.
Yeah.
The other one takes it to the face. The top half of its head comes off. There is just a jaw. The rest of the body keeps moving because these are not Romero zombies.
And I am safely ensconced on the other side of the square.
The zombies
Just where a mage should be.
all move for Bertie. Now, this one cannot take a 5-foot step because it's a zombie, so it moves. This one moves. This one moves. Bertie is now almost completely surrounded.
If they get attacked, they'll be flanking bonuses.
Indeed, but technically, because they're zombies, none of them can attack this round because they're going. Grizzop, you're up.
Right.
Oh, I should point out, no more zombies came.
Sure. So I briefly turn to Sasha and say,
No, you've been a great help. They hate fire.
and then fire off 2 arrows.
Yep.
So I have rapid shot, so I can do 2 attacks.
Which two?
The 2 behind Bertie.
That makes sense.
You also have precise shots, so you don't take penalty.
Yes, I have precise shot, so I don't take damage firing into a melee. I also
And you've got point blank shots, so you get
which means
plus
+1 to hit and damage with them.
I think you're getting out of the range of the mics at this point.
Right, so the first one, 18. That I don't have crit range of that, so yeah.
Hit.
A hit, it takes 6 damage.
Yes!
Second one, I hit. Well, no, I don't. 17.
Hit!
It takes 5 damage.
Dead!
12.
This new boy's all right. We should hire him.
See, that's what happens when I build a character properly instead of Zolf, which
I
was a
disagree.
ramshackle.
I disagree. I love
think the two of you probably collaborated. You set up an encounter just to make him look good, so we'd want to hire him.
There was a man from the internet. I'm assuming a man. No, there was a person on the internet called Bertie who has written a guide to paladins, and I followed that. Because I'm not really that good at system stuff.
Also, peek behind the curtain, I had a completely different plan to introduce this character. It did not come off. So, Sasha, you're up. Time to help.
Sasha is going. Okay, so 40. So then that's 5.
Yeah.
Assuming that Grizzop lets you through his square.
Yes.
That's then
15.
15, because he goes 5, 10, 5, 10 on the die roll.
Then 20.
Yep.
Then can I do an acrobatics through?
Yes.
I'm going to acrobatics through to here.
Then give me the roll. You will not have a difficult time with this if you don't fluff it.
So that's 8 plus 11. So
You're fine.
19. Right, and then I'm going to stab that one.
Now, because it is a zombie,
They are immune to sneak
they
attack.
cannot get sneak attack because... Give me the roll.
Fine, and I've
You
only
still
got-
get flanking bonus.
You will still get the bonus to
Plus
hit,
2 to hit.
but not the damage.
Help to hit.
So, give the roll, but you're almost certainly going to hit.
18.
18?
Yep, 8 plus 10 because of all of the flanking.
Yep.
and everything.
You hit.
Right.
You hit well. Give me the damage roll.
Just with a D4 though. Help. D4 minus 1. 1 damage.
It gets worse. So, I'm going to go through and you rolled the 1. Cool. So, good news, bad news. The good news is, whilst zombies are resistant to certain types of attack, the piercing from your daggers is not what they're resistant to. Bad news is, you did only do 1 damage because they don't have sneak attack, so you sort of stab them, you get them right in the spleen, you pull it out, you got a spleen on the end of your dagger, and the zombie didn't really notice or care.
Yeah.
But you've got a spleen.
It's there. They go well on the black market, I'm sure. Spleen quiche.
Just get it on ice. Just get it on ice.
Oh,
The zombie only has eyes for Bertie. So.
Correct. Bertie, you're up. You are surrounded by zombies.
Say surrounded. There's only 3, and there's no more on the way.
It only takes 3 to surround.
All right, fair enough.
Is surround a technical thing?
No.
Oh, right.
I'm just being obtuse.
Right.
But they're not flanking you, I don't think.
No, they are not. Because they have no tactics. I love zombies, they're so easy to run.
Yeah.
Yet I still manage to screw it up.
I'm gonna take a. This is gonna be a character moment rather than a combat moment because I'm basically being assaulted by 3 children.
Who did 13 damage on you in a single hit.
Yeah, I mean that was 1, but that was a fluke. But
And he's dissolved now.
He's
yeah,
gone.
he's dissolved now.
That's
That's so there's a.
That was in the past.
There's a precedent. Got
Stop living in the past! God!
to move on. Got to move on from the past. Yeah.
Blood spraying out of the side there as you're
Yeah.
speaking.
So what Bertie's now going to do is, so with the regular Buster Sword in hand, he's also now going to pull out Sir Everard MacGuffingham's sword. And
Provoking
he's-
an attack of opportunity, which cannot happen because they're zombies.
Yep. And he's going to attempt a dazzling display. He's not attempting to intimidate the zombies. He's attempting to intimidate Sir Everard MacGuffingham's sword.
Right, just give me a second to process this.
Yes.
So you're trying to use both swords to intimidate one of the swords that you're using in the dazzling display.
You do technically have a shield,
Yeah.
which we normally forget.
He's done whatever. Okay, so this is a character moment. He's temporarily stowed the shield.
He's dropped the shield.
Drop-
I've
drop
dropped
it.
the shield. I've dropped the
Cool.
shield. So what Bertie's attempting to do here is he's not attempting to inflict like the intimidated condition on the sword or whatever. This is entirely a moment of like
Okay.
going to the sword. Yeah, I can do this.
Okay,
Yeah, whatever.
give me the roll.
Okay.
He'll be dual wielding, so he'll be taking a -6.
Yes, he will. Give me the roll.
Oh, that's 6. That's a total 6.
So, you draw both short swords, and then sensing what you're going to do, the sword just goes, wow. You then proceed to start wowing. Looks brilliant. Bang! Everard's sword hits you straight in the face, dealing you 1 damage. and you are sure that it was the sword that did that, not you. You are 100% positive that you nailed that, and you know because he follows it up with, oops.
I don't take jip from cutlery.
I can be a very good friend. Or not. That's your turn. And I think... Hamid, you're up.
There's 3 left. I don't know how badly they are, but Bertie, clearly something's going on with Bertie. So he's just hit himself in the face with a sword.
Like really badly as well.
And there's
like,
a magical effect at work on Bertie.
it must be that ring. It's a ring of idiocy.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna make sure I actually help him. So I'm gonna go back to my big guns. Move towards the enemy. I know, right?
Leadership is going to Hamid's head.
Yeah. And then I cast Scorching Ray. Loads. 21 on a ranged touch attack.
Go, and the damage, even your minimum damage, I think, will kill this.
That is a pretty poor roll. 15.
They're already damaged. You blow it away. Like, the front of it just... Okay, the zombies. That's Sasha.
These are the 2 zombies.
The 2 zombies both take an attack at Bertie. Really hoping for another crit. It's a miss. Oh, it's a 19. It's not a 20.
What's
Nearly
the
got
attack
yourself.
bonus? Is that not enough to beat his armor?
Oh, it's a hit. It's not
right.
a crit.
Right.
I was hoping for something that really bites. Pun intended. Okay, so deals 10 damage.
Pretty sure all the humour was in your head.
This one
In your head.
manages to. This one manages to swing at the other side of your helmet. Whang! Fluke only goes and gets you on exactly the same side on the other side.
You my!
Blood, pss, pss, blood. And I am going to continue the round with Grizzop. You're up. Bertie's having a hard time. He's getting really messed up by these zombies. Clearly, these CR or half zombies are just
Very dangerous.
If I thought it was a serious encounter, then I would play it seriously to win it. As
You
it
would
is,
pick a
I'm
fight
playing it
with
for
your
character
own
flavour.
weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So as I have line of sight on the both of them, don't move. So I'm going to make an attack on each of them. So 26.
yes.
So that takes 3 damage.
I believe it's still alive. Just.
And the other, they don't have. Bows don't have crit range. So that is a lot, like 27, I think.
Yep. Hit.
That's another 3 damage.
And they are both still standing. Just.
Good.
They're like both shots went right through their heads, right between their eyes, and they threw their head back and went, and then carried on.
They don't care about things like organs.
I know, it's so unhelpful.
It's very helpful.
Sasha, you're up.
If I have the 2 attacks, can I reach both of them, or can I only do 2 on that one? Okay.
Yes, you can, and don't forget you've got a flanking bonus.
Woo! Okay, Sasha is going to double stab that dude with a flanking bonus.
Stab.
Involves... Ooh, 5 plus 8, 13.
Okay, that's a hit. An easy hit.
Okay, and that's a D.
That's just for the 1 attack. Do you want to roll the other attack as
I
well?
suppose. Fine, do that. Ooh, 1.
Okay, so give me the hit first.
Okay, so so Sasha, having been, in her eyes, shown up, gets the daggers out for the finishing off these guys. First stab. 4 minus 1, 3 damage on this guy.
It dies.
Woo!
That must be why the second attack missed.
Yeah.
You stab in for the liver,
Yeah.
get the liver, yank, and accidentally pull the whole spine out as well. It's fine. It still falls apart.
Yeah.
Then,
Get the other dagger out.
kind of not expecting the spine to be missing, is you grab, yank, and immediately before you've realised what's happened, stab in with the other one, through the zombie, out the other side, and manage to basically just get your entire arm caught up in what's left of the zombie.
Gross.
So you're now just, one arm is zombied.
Do I have, as it was falling and I punched forward, did my hand go into the skull, so I now have a little skull puppet?
Yes. I'm glad we had this chat.
with a dagger coming out of its eye.
Bertie, give me a perception check.
2 minus 1 is 1.
You are under attack by a fully bodied zombie and a zombie head. No. You genuinely haven't twigged yet that her hand's inside it.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You are still dual wielding.
Yeah, Bertie is still dual wielding. So Bertie has... You know what? Bertie's just going to attack the... he's going to dual wield. Why not? Why not?
All right.
Why not? And he's going to attack the main zombie that's straight in front of
Okay.
him. Because that's the zombie that attacked him that hurt him quite badly a minute ago, isn't it?
Yes.
So he's going to attack that one.
Yeah, there is a weird head zombie on the side, but the other zombie literally has his hand
It's
inside
still-
your breastplate,
Yeah.
ripping out chunks
It's
of
still
flesh.
holding bits of you.
Yeah.
He's looking you dead in the eyes. He goes, nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, so Bertie's going to take both swords and attempt to thrust them straight at the zombie that's physically attached to him.
Piercing damage, don't recommend.
That is 9 plus. So I'm. Tell me what I'm doing because I've never dual wielded.
So it's basically roll a normal attack,
Yep.
And then -6.
minus 6 to.
So it's 3, which means.
You still get that bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So that is 13 and 12.
Well, you have to roll separately for the two.
Oh,
for each.
sorry.
So
Okay.
13.
13. No, critical fail. Critical fail was with the second sword, and the second sword was Sir Everard MacGuffingham's sword because that was the offhand.
So your sword strikes true. Whoomph. Straight.
Roll
Give
damage.
me the damage.
But it might be largely pointless.
5.
Dead!
Yeah, okay.
So you strike true. Ah. Then you have another one. The sword loudly and clearly goes, I don't share. Roll damage against yourself.
It's 11 damage.
Yeah, 11 damage.
It deals 11 damage at you.
To his other hand.
This sword doesn't share.
So what happens to Bertie's right arm, Bertie's sword arm?
Bertie's sword arm is very badly injured. I'm not going to institute a cold shot rule or
Yeah.
anything like that because it gets very...
I act last in the initiative round, I believe.
Yes.
I use my action to walk over to Grizzop and go, "Hi, I'm Hamid. Oh, are you looking for a job?"
And we will end the episode there. That all worked out quite nicely.
Excellent. Yeah, no, that was a pretty smooth. I was a bit worried about the introduction, but that went okay.
It's good to have...
You were awesome in the combat scene, and Hamid
Yeah,
noticed.
you were fine. It was really
You
okay.
helped, Grizzop.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of a bit of an assist, I guess. That was, you know,
Support class.
fine.
It's
really.
important to have an aptitude test rather than relying on a competency-based interview or insisting that educational background alone is sufficient for a position with some degree of technical skill.
We should be careful about cultural fit here. Superiority fit.
Look, it's not that we don't think you can do the job, but we don't know if you're right for the job.
He
I think on that note.
Bye!
Rusty Quill Gaming is a podcast distributed by rustyquill.com and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial International License. Today's episode was recorded and produced by Alexander J. Newall. To comment on episodes, make donations, and view links, images, videos, and show notes, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us on iTunes. Visit us on Facebook. Tweet us on Twitter at @TheRustyQuill or email us at mail@rustyquill.com. Thanks for listening.
What's your initiative?
14.
14? Sasha?
13.
See, Johnny trapped my finger in the door earlier and now it doesn't work.
What did you do to him?
Yeah,
what did you say?
What did you do to deserve that?
You leave the
Artistic
sack of oranges
differences.
at home.
Yeah. That's a full minimal amount of zombie killing in
a full minimal.
A full.
I think you'll find it's full maximal.
Hey! But yeah, good job. Like that. This is the correct way to channel positive energy. None of that healing monarchy. Nah. I tried to say
you said
malarkey.
monarchy instead of malarkey.
Healing monarchy. Kill them all.